He was one of the most hunted men on earth. A ghost who shot down helicopters, controlled entire cities, and had a $15 million bounty on his head. But in 2026, his luck finally ran out. The rise of Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes El Mencho. Born July 17, 1966, in the rural state of Michoacán, Mexico, Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes grew up in extreme poverty, working in avocado fields and dropping out of school early. But his story wouldn't stay small. Before we dive into the main story, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell notification button for more interesting video like this. In the 1980s, he crossed illegally into the United States, where he entered the drug trade, dealing heroin. After multiple arrests, he was deported back to Mexico in the early 1990s, a moment that would change everything. Because in Mexico, he didn't stop. At one point, El Mencho even worked as a local police officer, but he soon returned to crime, joining the Milenio cartel. By the early 2000s, he had become an enforcer, a man trusted to kill and protect cartel leaders. When his bosses were arrested or killed between 2009 to 2010, he didn't run. He took over. Out of the chaos, he founded one of the most feared criminal organizations in the world. Under El Mencho's leadership, CJNG became known for public executions and extreme violence, massive drug trafficking, especially cocaine, meth and fentanyl, control across all 32 Mexican states. They were so powerful that they once shot down a military helicopter. The U.S. government placed a $15 million reward for his capture, making him one of the most wanted criminals in the world. Yet for years, he was never caught. CJNG became a global drug network, moving narcotics into the United States and beyond. Authorities accused El Mencho of running massive drug operations, laundering millions of dollars, coordinating violent attacks on police and civilians. Despite intense manhunts, he disappeared into the mountains, protected by loyal fighters. Some communities even saw him as a protector, blurring the line between fear and support. For decades, rumors of his death circulated, but none were true. Until February 22, 2026. Mexican forces, with international intelligence support, launched a massive military operation in Jalisco. Gunfire erupted. Roads were blocked. Cities descended into chaos. And then, El Mencho was killed. He was 59 years old. After his death, violence exploded across Mexico. Cars burned. Roads blocked. Armed clashes in multiple states. Because when a king falls, someone else always wants the throne. Experts warn his death could trigger even more violence, not less. El Mencho ruled through fear, power, and secrecy. And even in death, his empire didn't disappear. Because in the world of cartels, taking down the king is just the beginning. When El Mencho died, the cartel didn't collapse. Because behind one of the world's most feared crime bosses was a family already inside the empire. While El Mencho ruled through fear, his wife, Rosalinda Gonzalez Valencia, was often described as the financial brain behind the empire. She came from a powerful criminal network known as Los Queenies, a group deeply involved in money laundering and international drug operations. Unlike the violence associated with CJNG, her role was quieter, but just as important. Authorities allege she managed financial operations, helping move millions across borders without detection. In 2018, she was arrested by Mexican authorities on organized crime charges. After being released under legal conditions, she was arrested again in 2021, accused of continuing illicit activities. Her story revealed something critical. CJNG wasn't just a cartel, it was a family business. One of El Mencho's sons, Ruben Oseguera Gonzalez, also known as El Menchito, became deeply involved in cartel operations. From a young age, he was groomed into leadership. Authorities say he helped coordinate violent operations, oversee drug trafficking routes, expand the cartel's influence. In 2014, he was arrested, briefly released, then captured again the same year. Years later, he was extradited to the United States, facing serious federal charges. His arrest was seen as a major blow to the cartel, but not the end. El Mencho's daughter, Jessica Johanna Oseguera Gonzalez, lived a very different life, at least on the surface. She was linked to businesses that authorities say were used to launder cartel money, including fashion and hospitality ventures. In 2020, she was arrested in the United States and later sentenced for her involvement in financial operations tied to the cartel. Her case showed how cartel networks can operate through legitimate-looking businesses, making them harder to detect. When El Mencho was gone, one question echoed across Mexico. Who controls the cartel now? Unlike traditional organizations, CJNG didn't depend on just one leader. Experts believe power may have been divided among remaining high-ranking commanders, family members, regional leaders controlling territories. This created a dangerous situation, because when leadership is unclear, violence often increases. Even after his reported death, the organization Mencho built remained active. Cartels like CJNG operate through decentralized networks, financial systems, loyal armed groups. This makes them resilient, even without a single leader. His family, whether directly or indirectly, became part of that legacy. Behind the headlines and fear, there is a deeper truth. Cartel violence has led to thousands of deaths, displacement of communities, and long-term instability. The story of Mencho's family is not just about power, but about how crime can become institutionalized across generations. Mencho is gone, but his network, his influence, and his empire didn't disappear with him. Because in the world of cartels, the most dangerous power is the one that survives without a face. For more videos like this, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.